Bonjour, bonsoir.
Bonjour, bonsoir.
Ooh la la, what an accent. And why you'll know. We are dear friends today on JCB Live with the fabulous, charismatic, eloquent Rosalina. Can you believe, dear friends, you start as an investment banker and then you become a jeweler? And not just an accident jeweler, a third generation jeweler, so she knows everything about preciousness and the most sought after minerals in the world. She designs for all the big stars. Rosalina will tell us she designs for everyone you know on television, on the red carpet, and in those glamorous events. On top of it, she created one of the most amazing reality TV show, major success. And this is so fun to have the reality of her with us today because we're going to drink bubbles, talk wine, jewelry, stars, haute couture because she was involved in that too. So what she didn't do, I don't know, but maybe wine. So voilà.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup. So what makes you speak French so well?
Actually, French was my first language. Started out, I was born in Saigon, and I studied, my first thing is study French before I studied how to speak Vietnamese. And growing up, I lived in Paris for a little bit, on and off, travel a lot with my family, and basically that's how I learned how to speak French. But of course, since I moved to the United States, I speak more English. I still can read and write, but...
And she dreams per her husband in French when she has good things to tell him.
Yes.
So I will drink to that.
Cheers.
But you're going to have to taste the liquid of love, JCB.
Fabulous.
And I'm delighted your husband is with us because he's drinking too. Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
So Rosalina, what an amazing life. So let's start. Miss Saigon, of course, born in one of my favorite countries, very close, of course, to all of us, from
Yes.
US to French people, a country we've loved for centuries.
Exactly.
How was it to be raised in Vietnam and come to the United States? And maybe you tell us how you came.
So basically, I was born in Vietnam, in Saigon, and I was very blessed with wonderful parents, and they taught me many, many amazing things growing up. And because of the war, we lost the country. So basically, we just have to pick up and move because we don't believe in. So we move, to the next, I guess, level, the next, our next life. And so we moved to the United States. We had
How old were you when you moved?
I moved here when I was 12.
Can you imagine, dear friends, we live in wars as we speak. Over 5.7 million Ukrainians moving out of their country by accident and in emergency.
Yes.
You had to, in some way, shape, or form, do the same.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, we sort of knew what was going to happen.
Yes.
Parents, we have a lot of family members in the government, so we knew. My parents sort of knew to choose San Francisco.
Yes.
We came to San Francisco for the first time, 1967, and my parents fell in love with it. We have family members who live in Paris.
Yes.
We love Paris. We visit Paris all the time, but my parents somehow think that this United States, especially San Francisco, would be our second home.
I agree with your parents.
Thank
This
you.
is mine.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's how I end up in San Francisco.
So what is amazing is the evolution of your life. So you have two sides of the brain, of course, the creative and the financial.
Right.
So you started as an investment banker.
Well, the reason I did investment banking, nobody listens to their parents, right? So right after school, I decided to do something different.
Yes.
I always knew that I loved jewelry and I'm going to be a jeweler, but I wanted to do something different. So I kind of let's do investment banking because I will learn the business side of everything.
That's amazing. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I had a blast.
Yeah.
Still friend with a lot of people.
I think you have fun in anything you do.
I do. I do. And back then, this is like in the 80s.
Yes.
That's a men's world.
Sure.
Didn't stop me. I had a fabulous time, had great friends, and still friends till today.
Yes.
But then eventually, I knew after I married my husband, actually, I knew it was, time for me to like switched over. Everything's about timing. So I did. I just, I talked to my mom. She was, she's a jeweler at the time too. And I said, let's, go and make a new collection. She just kind of looked at me like, you want to do what? She was really happy.
Of course. You're coming into
finally,
her world.
Right? Because you never listen to your parents, like I said. And I said, Mom, it's time. I talked to my husband, and he's like, you got to do what you want to do. Otherwise, I'm going to be miserable because you're going to make me pay. No. So anyway, he's very supportive, and
It takes two to succeed, for
exactly,
sure. Yes.
Right?
Now, I would like you to hold your crystal Baccarat glass with your beautiful nails because, Dylan, we got to zoom in. Look at those gorgeous, fabulous ring, obviously, you've designed. And in addition, look at those nails. Did it help with those investment bankers? Scratching them to make sure you got what you wanted?
Right? Well, actually, one of the things that I learned from my mom, when you do jewelry, you will always have to have good nails.
Yes.
You will always have to have perfect hand, perfect nails. You don't have flaws in your nails. You can't wear jewelry when you have bad nails.
It's very true.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
But they look striking.
Thank you. And I did this, especially the color and everything, because I went to the Coupe exhibit gala last week.
Yes.
My outfit was gold.
Ooh.
And Colleen Quinn was the designer, a local San Francisco, she was in the Oath Living magazine cover.
Sure, yes.
She was so nice, and she styled me with this amazing gold coat. So I said, I have to do the nails to match.
I think it's striking and amazing.
Thank you.
So, as a woman, first of all, investment banking in the 80s, not easy.
No.
Then you decide to follow your dream and your passion and what is in your DNA, which is jewelry.
Yes.
How difficult was that transition?
Actually, it was super easy. And I'm not saying that because it is easy. It's when you transition over to something, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
But I believe things meant to be, and it was timing. So it was 2002. And I just decided one day, I said, I'm ready. You feel ready, you have
For
confidence. So I went out and I started a collection, and I'm very determined. My friends say, who are you going to sell the jewelry to?
That's right.
And I say to the best, Neiman Marcus. I walk into Neiman Marcus, literally, I said, and everyone knows me because I shop there. But this time I come in not to shop. I come in to sell. So
not easy.
No, but the funny thing is I didn't go to corporate. And I have a nickname at Neiman Marcus, the backdoor lady.
Yes.
Because how do you walk into corporate when you just start a collection, you don't have a name, Neiman, everything is like, who are you? So I walk into the store where I know everyone, and I was lucky. I literally walked in when the assistant buyer was there. And the manager of the department also said, what can I do for you? What are you looking for? I said, I'm not looking for anything. I want to show you something that I just created.
That's right.
Right there and then, they said it was such a fabulous collection. If you think back, 2002, everything in the United States was very conservative, very small. Everything was, diamond, not color. But I grew up in, where I grew up in Vietnam, and I traveled through Europe. Everything is more fabulous, and so I just
more color,
colorful, and everything's big.
More colorful stone at the time.
And the style, everything is like much more avant-garde. So they loved it, and they said, let's do a trunk show. That was it. I did the first trunk show, and actually I chose Las Vegas. It was in San Francisco. San Francisco I love, but it's really conservative.
Yes.
I said, let's do Las Vegas. So I started in Las Vegas, and we did the first trunk show, and we sold that trunk show, $85,000 first day.
Wow. Big deal.
That was, exactly. And that was the...
What a satisfaction.
Yes. I was blessed, and I have confidence, I guess, right?
Yes.
So...
Here it is.
Jewelry by Rosalina was born.
That's right. I love it. From Vegas to
Yeah.
San Francisco. And what a platform, Neiman Marcus.
Yes.
So tell us about the piece and your vision for them, because I know we have Dylan with a great Zoom. So we know he's going to dive into each of the pieces. But I think it would be great for you as a designer as well.
Right.
You design and you give it to you do it yourself as well, the mounting and everything else?
No, we have a factory,
Yeah.
also third generation that I work with.
Of course.
From
which
my
is,
grandma, my mom, so they are amazing artists.
Sure.
I'm very blessed. Again, the word blessed, you notice that. I feel that.
Yes.
Because it's not just me, it's about everything and the people around me. I'm surrounded by amazing artists.
I feel
as
you
well.
attract them.
Okay, probably.
Vibration, the right frequency,
Yeah.
the right magnetic energy, and you bring them to you.
I make more friends than I make enemies.
That's
There
it.
you go.
I don't think it's always an accident. We say we're lucky, but what is fundamentally luck?
Right.
You attract luck or you don't.
It's
Or you
very
can
true.
influence luck, but I don't think things just happen by...
No, you're right. And plus, because I work very hard. And when I want something, I always work hard because I know that things doesn't just come to you. And I
That's it.
think that helps a lot too.
Yeah.
And other people see that.
Yes, for
And
sure.
they're going to want to work with you if you do your part.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's where we are. And in regarding to the collections, I was told by one of the Neiman managers, like, why don't you choose, either, color gemstone, pearl, or just stay with it? And I say, why? There's all different kind of customers out there.
Yes.
They have different tastes. If you stay with one kind of, collection, you limit yourself.
That's right.
So it's everything that comes out of my head. I love like very classic things, but I love modern things as well. So my collections is basically is a mixture
Yes.
of old and new. And since I grew up with the business, I look at the old Cartier, which is, I think, is
Of course. Iconic.
it's amazing. So a lot of the pieces resemble, for example, this earring,
Pearl shape.
This
Pear
is
shape.
pear-shaped, and it's detachable. It's morganite diamond, cognac diamond. And the bottom part is detachable. So you can wear the top, and then you can change the bottom.
I love it.
This is very old school.
That's
and people don't think about this, but for a man, it's great. If you buy this for your wife, right, you can always buy a different bottom
Ooh.
to attach instead of buying the whole, pair of earrings.
Yeah, but which is very cool because the mounting could be amazing and you just want to interchange
Right,
the
and
stone.
change it the bottom.
That's it.
And when you travel, you have 2 sets of earrings instead of, it's day and night.
That's right.
So I think this is the kind of thing that I do. And also because the love of, film as well. So I decided to do my marketing, with film. So I pretty much went Hollywood a little bit. So I designed a lot of the pieces for red carpet, for the Oscars, for the Golden Globe.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And
Wow, look at this
I
cross.
did this collection, actually, it's for Orlando Bloom. I did skulls and dragons.
Wow.
When we met in San Francisco.
That's right.
At the Global Green, when he came to the Global Green Gala.
I see.
And
Look at this one.
and so I
Wow.
designed the cross and I designed a bunch of skull because he was doing the private
So your process
campaign.
is you draw on a pencil,
pencil.
you color.
Pencil, color, but then we have a team put it on, on 3D and do the
Yes.
CAD and everything. And then we have an artist who will, pretty much carve it.
Which
into
is
the wax
easier
mold,
for
yes.
people sometimes to
Exactly,
visualize because just with a
exactly.
pencil, it's not that
Yes.
easy.
We can color and so give people the whole idea.
So now, who else do you design for? Because I know your list from Paris Hilton
Right.
to you tell us.
I actually started with Paris. we were introduced, but her hairstylist at the time, he was a friend of mine, and he loves rings. So he was wearing 5 fingers, all of my rings. And when he was working with her, she went crazy, looking at the ring. She's like, who did that? So basically, he introduced us. We were in Miami, and we were doing a big event for Neiman. And I came to her trailer. She was filming. That was the end of the story. We became really good friends. I stayed an extra week with her in
and you designed
Miami,
for
and
her.
I designed for her. So I did a lot of pieces, and I worked with her through the years.
Jessica
It's fun.
Alba.
Oh, Jessica was a sweetheart.
Yes.
I met her in Miami as well at the Grammys. She was there for the Grammy. Fergie as well. Also men. I did Tom Hanks, Adrian Brody. After he won the Oscar, I did the cufflinks.
Oh,
These are the
was.
dragon cufflinks.
Ooh la 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 la.
See?
Look at this. The dragon is here. Was it the year of the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah.
I'm the year of the tiger. My husband the year of the dragon. So I did this in honor of my husband, but
Wonderful.
they love it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes.
And then what else do you have? It looks like a grapes, that big brooch.
This, right?
Outstanding.
I worked with Vineyard 29 one year for the
Sure.
wine auction.
Yes.
So I did black diamond
Yes.
and diamond pendant
Ooh.
for the auction. So I've
Wonderful.
worked a lot with people in Napa as well, but this
Look at
is
that.
the classic pearl brooch. And
Yeah.
when I look at this, I think of Rita Hayworth.
Oh.
Very old school, but very chic.
And you make them big for television. Is it what you were going to
No,
mention?
I love everything big.
Yes.
Jewelry, I think statement pieces, and I do most of my jewelry are statement pieces. I think to show.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, otherwise, why wear jewelry?
That's it. That's it. And what else do you want to show us? That exceptional.
This butterfly. I
Butterfly.
have the love for the butterfly, as you can see.
Yes, of course.
So this
symbol
butterfly
of transformation.
brooch, right? So butterfly, I did a lot of these, and actually, I was just telling Anna earlier that a client saw a similar butterfly brooch like this, and she's like, "Why can't I wear that as a ring?" I made that into a ring. It was like cover the whole hand.
So what's the lead time in general? You are with Paris Hilton or Jessica Alba or Orlando or whoever. You design, you go back and forth on sketches.
Right.
Then you do a rendering, I would
Right.
imagine, a little more involved. So let's
Right.
say that's 3 or 4 weeks.
Right. Pick the stones. I have to collect the stones.
So you
or cut
come
it.
with the stones because you have a whole stone collection at
Right.
home.
So
You live among diamonds, rubies, and sapphires and emeralds.
yes.
I understand they float over your bed. Is
Oh
it
yeah,
true?
yes, they float over my bed. Yes. So basically, we find the stones, and once we have everything, it depends on a piece. A piece this size with all the the workmanship is all hand done would be about 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yes,
So
because it's all
fairly
hand done.
fast, though.
Yes, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
For that level of work, it's quite amazing.
Exactly.
And besides jewelry, you did haute couture too? So fashion as well?
Fashion, I designed. I had a place in Los Angeles, and it was downtown. We designed pretty much for TV shows,
Yes.
and we designed a collection for Paris when she was DJing in Ibiza,
Oh.
and that was super fun. That was
Cool.
really fun because I can put so much bling in her outfit. She wants everything bling out. And so that was really, really fun. We did the concert for Sir Elton John,
yeah, for sure.
the
Yeah,
costume for his
absolutely.
concert.
Yeah.
So it was really fun.
You did the Elton John
I
costumes.
did costume.
I
It
love
was his last tour before
But
COVID.
it's not real stone in this case.
No. We did
It's more Swarovski or,
exactly
synthetic stones.
right
Yeah.
for the outfit. But I did do shoe buckle
Yes.
for Adrian Brody.
So that's real
So
stone.
I worked with a shoe designer.
Yes.
And I did the shoe buckle. That was diamond.
Wow.
So he wanted real diamonds.
You
so I
have to
did
bend
real
over
diamond.
for diamond. Ooh la la.
So it's fun. It's fun. I love working with fun, people who know.
So
how
you
to-
like that very hands-on, one-to-one relationship where you get to design something extraordinary
Yes.
or remarkable that we've never seen.
I think you know this. When you
Yes.
work with project like that,
Yes.
it's a direct one-on-one where you just have to understand each other. It's not like, let's call the assistant. It doesn't work that way.
And which is cool is you do men and women.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's two different audiences. And,
It is.
And in many ways, often men, although Louis XIV was the biggest promoter, as you know, in
Right.
the 17th century of promoting jewelry for men. So why not?
Well, let's put it this way. If I live in a different era,
Yes.
that's where I want to be. I love
The 17th, 18th century?
I love
Yes.
the clothings. I love the jewelry. I mean, they understand it all,
For sure.
right?
Who would you want to be at that time?
Well, I always tell my husband I want to be Marie Antoinette, but he said Marie Antoinette get her head chopped off. So I'm like, I have to think about it twice.
Yeah, but think about it. She lived beautiful, and when she
Yes.
died, she had a gorgeous face. She never
Right.
seen age.
Right. I know,
And,
right?
You know, she got to keep a few jewelry as she was Concordia cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Marie Antoinette is not bad, so you'd rather be a queen. Why
Oh,
not?
of course. Why not? Why be anyone else?
Well, I will drink to that.
Right?
To the queen of jewelry.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. So we're trying a Napa Valley, one of my favorite wine. It's a red blend, and I know you love skulls.
Yes.
And as we unveil more about the wine, what do you think of this wine, actually?
That's really good. That's very amazing. That's from your skull bottle, correct? Mm-hmm. I love it. It's very good.
And towards the end, dear friends, stay for a few more minutes. I'm going to do something with that packaging to you. Maybe I'll tie up Rosalina so her husband can watch without saying anything. What about that one? So, Rosalina.
Thank you.
So, haute couture, jewelry.
Right.
Now, something very big that you're doing, major, is, television.
Yes.
So why don't you explain us where we can see you and the shows you're producing and all that, because this is a big deal. It's been a while.
It has been a while. And again, I was lucky to get this whole thing started right before COVID. COVID stopped everything.
Yes,
When the movie Crazy Rich Asian came out,
sure.
2008, I was approached by Lionsgate to find a family to do a reality version.
And that was the first Vietnamese
Yes.
ever lady on television, as you were.
Yes. So I did. I got lucky. I found the perfect family, and
Mr. and Mrs. Ho.
the whole family.
The
yes,
whole-
the whole family from Houston.
Ooh la la.
Yes, and so I present them to Lionsgate. We did the sizzle. They loved it, and they told me go out there and put together, a pilot. So with an amazing production team, we put together a pilot, and that was it. HBO Max bought the show.
Wow.
So-
this is insane,
Yeah.
right? How those things happen.
I didn't ask for it, but when it came to me, I thought it was super amazing. And like I told you, anything, if I have the passion, if I love it,
Yes.
I'll do it, and I will make it happen. I don't know what it is about. Like if I put my heart to it, it happens. So I did. I made the show, and season 1 was on HBO Max, and actually we just finished filming season 2. It will be out September.
So season 1 was a few years ago now?
Actually, it came out the first year of COVID.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, perfect
It
time.
was coming. Everybody can't go anywhere. Everybody's watching the show, and it did
And everybody
really well.
wants to be home or
Yep.
has to be home.
Yep.
Once, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And they watch television. I mean,
That's all they were doing.
Yeah.
It's even till today, everybody's calling for more contents.
and why should people watch the show? Tell
Why should
everyone.
people watch the show?
Because we have friends from all over the world. So
Right?
Netflix or no, HBO.
HBO Max.
Wanted
Yes,
to make sure
streaming.
we got HBO. Huh?
Yes. The show's really fun because it's about tradition, which I want to make sure that, they include that.
For sure.
The true Vietnamese tradition
Yes.
about family loyalty and about a crazy friend of mine. And you always need that crazy, person to make everybody laugh. And it's a lot of laugh, and it's also about relationship.
Sure.
So it's a little bit of everything, and of
love
course,
and passion.
Yes.
And sex.
and sex
And drama.
and fashion.
Well, jewelry, of
Right?
course, right?
So, yes.
And you were in the show.
No.
You're behind the
I
camera.
am behind the scene because
Well, we'd like you to appear once in a while, no, don't you think?
I will have my own thing coming.
Ooh, is that a scoop?
Yes, actually, I'm working on something else right now.
Congratulations.
Too. Thank you.
So you always have something in mind.
It's basically my mind. I sleep very little, and my mind always going.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but
This
it's
is
fun
exciting.
because I love it.
For
Not
sure.
because I have to do anything. It's because I love it. I always want to see what's next. So,
Do you believe in fate?
totally.
Tell
I
us
believe
more.
in faith. Everything in my life up to today, I believe it's faith. I don't go look for things. Things come
To
look
you.
to me. Yes. For example, my husband.
Yes.
When I tell my parents, like, I'm done with men, I don't want to meet anyone. And then I met my amazing
He
husband.
just appeared with wings in your bedroom.
It's kind of.
Kind of an angel.
It's kind of.
I know he has feathers growing. I could see that.
Right? And then, it's going to be 30 years this August.
Wow.
Anniversary.
Incredible.
Yes, 2 children,
So
30 years.
30 years ago, you were done with men. Why is that?
Couple, serious relationship, and
So were you going for women?
no.
No.
I just didn't want to be with anyone. So
That's right.
I moved to Tahoe for a little bit.
Yeah,
'Cause
to
I
escape.
Just went to Tahoe. I told my job at the time at the Bear Stearns. I told myself I need a break, and I wanted to go to Tahoe. I just want to be a ski bum. So I did. I went to Tahoe and just ski with my friends and just live up there. And that's when I met Mr. Wonderful over there.
Wow. So exciting.
Yeah.
The angel of your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now on the show, tell us what season 2 is about, because we're about to see it soon, right? It's airing
Well,
in a few
actually,
months.
I am not supposed to say anything.
Well, just a little hint, maybe.
Well, the HBO Max is supposed to announce the show, so
Yeah.
I have to keep it a secret. But if anyone watched the last
Sure.
season,
Yes.
they left the ending kind of open, especially with Judy, the sister, and her fiance got engaged at the end without telling the parents.
Yes.
So to be continued.
I love it.
Yes.
That was a hit.
Yes.
So there's something else you've done that is incredible. And dear friends, hold yourself to your table, your sofa, your significant other. That's a big deal. In 2008, you were asked to design the crown of Miss Universe. Can you imagine? I'm having shivers just thinking about it. I'm going to go back to the archives. Well, it's not that long ago, in fact. It's only 14 years ago. And how did that come about? And tell us, what was your inspiration?
So that is totally faith because, first of all, it was my client, my jewelry client.
Yes.
She went to the Miss Universe.
Yes.
And, excuse me, she's a good friend of the president of Miss Universe pageant. And this was in Mexico City, 2007. And the president of Miss Universe, Paula Sugar, who's a very dear friend now, she was telling the client, basically, we need a new crown. The crown at the time was by Mikimoto, which is a spectacular pearl and diamond, right? How do you replace that? But, they think that they need something new.
Sure.
So she saw my client wore this one piece of necklace. This necklace is called the Bellissima. It's my signature piece.
I see.
And she's like, who designed that? And then my client said, this is one of the most, incredible designer at Neiman Marcus. And we became friends, and she designed this for me. So she's like, I need to meet her. They picked up the phone, they called me from the pageant.
What?
Yes,
I
from
mean,
Mexico.
that's fate. That's destiny.
Right? And so they called me, I answered the phone, and the introduction, and Paula pretty much said, when are you coming to New York next? Because that's where Miss Universe is based.
Yes.
And I say, I can come anytime, let me know when you're back. So we made an arrangement. I went to New York, and, we talked. And she's like, I really think you should think about designing the next crown. And so I say, okay.
Marie Antoinette is going to design the crown.
So basically,
that kind of makes sense.
It's so basically, I kind of left it at that and just say, I went home, everything's fine. But I think a month or two later, I got a call, but this time the call came from Vietnam. Vietnam,
Wow.
where I came from, where I was born. And I was like, hi, Paula, what are you doing in Vietnam? She said, well, actually, we are in talk of having the 2008 pageant in Vietnam. So that would have been it was the biggest event ever in Vietnam at the time. So she said, but I have a problem. The company that sponsored the crown, the designer couldn't come up with the design for the crown that we would approve. So we need your help. I don't know what came over me. I was actually on vacation in Hawaii with my family. I was in Maui at the pool when I answered the phone, and I said, okay, what do you need? And
always have a waterproof phone.
Right.
And make sure you answer
Right.
you answer the phone at the pool.
Right.
It could come in every direction.
I know, this is so funny. I never forget that day. And so I said, let me see what the designer came up with. And at the time, I think it was like, let me fax over. It wasn't, back then we don't have all the modern technology yet. But we still use the BlackBerry, I remember at the time. So I went into the concierge at the Four Seasons, and they faxed over the design. And I looked at the design, I said, what do you like about this? What do I need to keep in this design? And what do you want me to do? So I got to talk to the designer. She said, because this is Vietnam, there's a crane design, on the crown design that she did. We need to keep that, but otherwise you can do anything you want. So I went upstairs to my room with a pencil. I kind of doodle, and I came up with an idea.
Wow.
And I faxed it back to them and Paula, and I said, well, you always do diamonds, and then it was pearl. Why don't we do color stones, since that's what I'm known for? So I suggested something kind of very different, because that's me. I mean, they did not have to do that. Paula, she took, she looked at the design and she said, this is it, just like that.
Wow.
So we did the crown with diamond morganite, which is a very pale pink. It wasn't anything like in your face, but it was very
Well, it was on your head.
It's
which was even better than in
right?
your face.
And it was a lot of pear-shaped, big stone, small stone, a lot of diamond, cognac diamond, white diamond.
Yeah, you like cognac. Huh?
I do.
And you like cognac too, I hear.
I do. So basically, that's what I did, and that was the end of it. They pretty much this is the design. So that's what happened with that crown.
Can you believe, and from the pool in Hawaii, you designed the Miss Universe. It's not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
So faith.
Yes.
Talking about faith, you love others and you do a tremendous amount of philanthropy.
Yes, I do.
Work and commitment and engagement and events.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about this and why we should all contribute, obviously, to the community and to society, because whether we're blessed or not, we're blessed to be who we are.
We're
in
very
many
blessed.
ways, or who we can become if we have the chance to see
exactly. Again, this go back with my parents. Mm-hmm. Since I was born and just growing up around my parents, they are very amazing people in business,
Yes.
raising children, and also giving back.
Yes.
Mom and dad always, involved in charities, orphanage. I have a big thing with
Orphanage, of
children,
course.
charity.
Yeah.
So, but then when I started my business, and I can choose my own charity, but I decided if I work with my clients and everybody
Yes.
have their own charity, all my people become my clients. I also work with them and, give back to their own charity. So we do that a lot. We partner with, if I'm with Neiman, I partner with Neiman, with the client, and we do big events, fundraising. And I still do it to today, so.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's makes you happy, put a big smile on my face when you can give back.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to give you something now, dear friends. So you like the skull
I love
bracelets. So as we designed the skull, and obviously the Surrealist, where we're the first one to ever put jewelry on a bottle of wine, which makes it a lot of fun.
Right.
We said, what about bracelets? What about leather and skull? So as you get Secret Indulgence,
Right.
you get the opportunity to take it off.
Love it.
Look at that, baby. And you could have the wine forever with you. So we make it for legs as well.
Yes.
If you want to put it on your calf or your legs or,
I love that.
or higher on your arms. But in this case, you want to put it here
Yes.
just for fun. Voila.
No, I love it. So you have to see my other.
You see? You have
my other side. No, I'm just kidding. I love skulls.
Well, I could see that because you have the skull. Here we go. Well, I want to be gentle with that gorgeous skin, of course. But look at how cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you.
Hey, your husband.
This is my LA side.
Your husband is getting excited. Look at him. He's moving his arms
Thank
in
you.
every direction. Tonight
love it.
won't be the same, ever.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
So that's your LA side?
Yes.
You wore leather and
I love it.
boots and
High
whips.
boots and everything.
Hey, there's always another side to everyone,
There.
right?
Yes.
Talk-
50 Shades.
Talking about this, what is your dream that you haven't yet achieved that you think would be your next, besides Series 2, you mentioned your own show. Is there something else in life that you want to enlighten us that you haven't done that you wish you may want to do? That is your dream that you don't yet have achieved? Because I have a million amount of dreams.
Me too. Me too. But
Maybe one you want to share?
involved with all of the jewelry, the film, I have designed for movies before, but
Yeah.
I want to produce
Yes.
my own and also design all the jewelry for I want it to be a timepiece.
Yes.
All my own. Produce, direct, and design.
Well, I have a feeling you're doing it as we speak.
So that is kind of like one of my bucket lists to do.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, what else would you like to share to the world as your last forever, not forever, but, maybe advice, comments to everyone? Because what has been exciting is in the last 45 minutes, we've talked about a lady born in Vietnam, come to the United States, get into banking in the men's world in the 80s, start her own company, jewelry, design for haute couture, Miss Universe, all those great actors and celebrities, does haute couture, then one of the most sought after TV shows, one after the other. And yes, you believe in destiny and fate, but is there maybe an advice as a lady you want to give to the world?
I definitely do. I want to tell everyone, special to young folks, never give up your dreams. Always go out there. Try to make your dream come true. life is too short.
That's right.
Do what you love.
Do what you love.
Yes.
Follow your dreams.
Yes.
And I would say drink a lot of wine
Yes.
with beautiful fingernails, jewelry. Show off, be you.
Thank you.
Rosalina, congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing inspiration. And I'm delighted to know you, and I'm thrilled with all what you do and to make our community a fabulous place. And
Thank you.
all of us dream about precious stones and beauty and glamorous world.
Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.